Okay, hello guys. This is
Hello,
another
everyone.
another episode of our Judo Math Talks. My name is Bart Bibrovich. I'm former judoka and strength conditioning coach. I'm doing these small talks with the people all over the world to share some knowledge, ideas, passion about the judo technique, and also strength conditioning, injury prevention, and also what's the most important, future. And about this future, we'll talk today. With me is my friend from Italy. He's great person. He got a lot of passion, and he did something that I was thinking for many long years, and I am not worried to call him Elon Musk of judo. Elon Musk of judo, not because he has so much money. Everybody knows this is, but I believe what he did can be revolution for judo, approaching judo training and bringing something that other sports already did. Emidio, welcome to our judo talk, and I'm glad that you find the time so we can talk.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this speech. I'm very happy to share with you and with everyone who follow us everything we will talk about. You are too gentle calling me the Elon Musk of judo, but maybe my vision will be a little bit strange in the moment at the moment. But I hope that in the future it will help everyone in our sports.
Yeah.
So the vision is something comparable, but I'm not at his level.
The vision, and what I like with you is your vision and passion, how you can describe things, how you talk about the judo. You see similarities like I do for judo movement, and we many times was talking about what pushed the people like you to make those amazing things. I'm especially not saying what you did. I want you to talk about your project, about your passion with other and motivation to push you to help other judo coaches. I know that many people will listen us, not only in Poland, but most probably in the world through judo training info. From this point, I want to also say hello to Felipe, our both friend,
Yeah.
and Emidio. What was the motivation behind your project?
So I always, since I was an athlete, I always think about to control the performances and my performances and study also the opponent. I'm here. I does not invented anything new. I just developed something that we usually do over the years. But of course, what is changes is the technologies. So as I was telling, when I was an athlete, I used to note what was my key point of the performances, and in one year, I met some special people, special persons, special senseis from Poland, and they teach me another way to improve this idea I had. Based
So,
on this, I had this. I immediately had this idea to render those paperwork made by pen and paper in something more technological with the help of the technology. But at the time, it was not possible because the technologies was not so high developed. Now it's time to do this. So I always had this feeling to build something like that, something like I did. And the motivation, the most important motivation is that in one time of my life, I look myself in the mirror and I say, oh, I have this specialization. Why not to share with everybody, with everyone, to take our sports maybe in another level? I make 1%, but every 1% amount is 100%. So my 1% maybe will help someone.
It's amazing to hear this, and I'm really curious. I'm really curious. Who was those people from Poland? This is my country. This is my country that I love. There's a lot of coaches that helped me when I was an athlete. So tell me about those special people that help you develop or inspire you to make that what you did already with technology.
Yeah. Yes. I cannot hide my special feeling with Poland. I was there when I was 18 years old, yes. And I met, first of all, one people who really bring a revolution in my life. Of course, guys, my life is judo. So he brings a revolution in my judo and in my life. He was Janusz Pawłowski. Uh, I I I have I will always tell is my sensei. My first sensei was my father. My father gave me all the basics to understand what in the future I learned. But then another spin, another boost to my evolution as human being and as a judoka and as coach uh, comes from him, comes from Janusz Pawłowski. I'm really, really happy to meet him there. I'm grateful to him every day of my life. Then together with him in Zakopane, because we were there in Zakopane, there were the beloved Richard Geniala, an old man, but with a charisma that was impressive. Impressive. On the mat, there were those two people who were very, I have nothing to say, that instead of impressive, he also gave me a different point of view of the things. And then the third one, but I met him later in the time, it was Marek Adam from Gdańsk, because he was a specialist of this statistical analysis. And I remember that in 2000, and after Paris Olympics, I had some contact because through Robert Krawczyk, because he needs something to have to complete a kind of work on the statistics. So those are the three people that gave me a different vision, a different point of view about the statistics, the utilization of the statistics, and how to improve what is my project now. My project that we can say that it's called the JUDODATA, because it's combined judo with data. Of course,
It's great to hear that again. The Polish people, Polish coaches have influence to others, and this is what you are telling about the all conversation with other coaches like Janusz, like Sensei Zieniawa, like Adam. This is something that is really important, and I think we as a Polish people we should respect that we had the great coaches with certain amount of vision, and we cannot allow ourselves that we thinking we are only ourselves on the mat. And this is great point of view how others can be influenced. So going further, let's talk more about the judo data. Especially was keeping the little bit secrets what is the project, but we'll talk, ladies and gentlemen, today about the judo data, the website that I feel like a strength conditioning coach, feel like a judo player that can be the future, not only for national teams, but also for organizations in the countries. So hopefully, if we'll go further, this can be used on daily basis, but multiple people. Why I'm talking about that? Because I have the big honor to work in volleyball And as we know, statistics in volleyball are very crucial. There is everything in the numbers. We cannot just judge and feeling, oh, this is my nose, this attacker do this, just do one attack and that will be finished. No, in volleyball, data statistics is amazing. It's a very well built. So is every set finish, head coach getting the paper and see what they play, see the actions and efficiency. What is the key from volleyball? I was thinking many times, wow, do we can have this system in judo? And then through many conversation, video analysis with different program, I met Emidio and he showed me what I call the future. JudoData is the program, and I think Emidio can tell more about that, how others can use it, what people can see in that, what information then they can have, and how they can use this in different purposes.
Yes. So first of all, it's another impressive connection between volleyball analysis and judo data. This is because not everyone knows that a former head coach of the Italian dream team, Julio Velasco, was the first one who produced this kind of system, a semi-automatic system for the volleyball by using the scouting, so the on-live analysis of the performance of various athletes. And one my big friend comes from my hometown. My hometown is a small city, but sometimes there are some people who is extraordinary. But this friend was one of the most important scoutmen of the south of Italy, and he introduced me about this software. And in this moment, I say, "Oh, now it's possible to do it." And I start to study the system to match the technology together with the judo. And about efficiency and about what you say, yes, everything about the performance can be registered and then can be analyzed. But for example, two big differences between sports like volleyball and sports like judo, like, I don't know, combat sport, is that in the volleyball a coach can change something during the game because they have a total amount of points to reach to finish the set. In judo, we have the ippon, we have the KO. So in one moment, everything can finish for our athletes.
Exactly, finish.
Oh, yes. So it's most important to work on data about the performance, because everything should be done before the competition. Our time is too short. Our reaction time is too short to change something big during the performance. That's why data will help us to build a tailored patch for our athlete, for our team, and for everything. That's what this is important, because from many studies, it's shown that high-level coaches are able to manage only 30% of the information coming from a competition. This is not because they are not good. This is because they are so good. So it seems like the big experience close a little bit the point of view, focus only on one aspect they want to analyze because of their experience. And maybe it's not, you know, it's not 100%. We are talking about the humans, so it's a universe, a sort of universe. But maybe they lose something important or something that is very necessary to analyze, and maybe it's connected to what they are looking at. So the aim of JudoData is to catalog and give to everyone who is involved in the field of technical direction, give almost, it's not possible, but almost the 100% of data to analyze with their own point of view, their own experience, and makes the difference. So JudoData don't give a solution. It's a sort of picture of what happens, and this picture should be analyzed from many directions. Maybe the strength conditioning could see something, and the head coach can see something, and I don't know, physio can see something else, but everything from a picture. So it's JudoData is a tool that I hope it will be helpful in many fields of our sports.
Perfect. I just give you the share screen, so let's show a little bit for our audience, and I will also speak a little bit from my personal experience. For almost 2 seasons, I was working with one of the best friends of Julio Velasco, with Raul Lozano, big name in Poland, big star that he changed way of thinking about the Polish volleyball, and he started a new era of Polish volleyball. As we know right now, volleyball since almost 12-13 years developed, growing, and now becoming one of the strongest team in the world and Europe. What happened yesterday? Because yesterday, again, we're meeting in the special moment. Yesterday, Polish volleyball team win the Champions League in volleyball in
I
Italy.
didn't know this. Oh, I didn't. Oh, really?
And this is why. Yeah, in Bergamo.
But really, I'm so focused and so concentrated on the statistics of judo, because I'm now working I have to finish Tbilisi competition. I mean the full analysis, because I have different steps to allow people to see data as soon as possible after the competition. And so I'm like this, but it's a very nice news to hear that about this.
Yeah, this is why I try to make our conversation that will have some message, and this message, dear our guest, will come. Now I ask our guest Emidio to show you a little bit about JudoData. Me personally, using this for the quite long. I was starting step by step using different video recording, try download the videos from YouTube, cutting, showing, looking how efficient are players, putting on the paper how different players move, attack, defense, and then just giving some opinions, because always we talk about the opinions. But what JudoData changed in my mind, it showed me numbers. And the numbers right now, and we can even talk like this, numbers in sport change the rules of the game. Because if you know efficiency of position, basketball, you know that you can need to protect Steve Curry because he will throw from this position 70%, you never allow him, you will defend him. If you know Cristiano Ronaldo, he score from everywhere, but his move statistically is this and that, you can make it. In volleyball, you know this teams attack this angle and you need to block this to have certain efficiency, and now we have chance to transfer this to judo. And I'm giving this share screen to you. Show us this magic.
Okay, so I share my screen now. Okay, so this is of course the home page, where there are a lot of information about, for example, athletes, men and women, and the last analyzed competition here. Like for example, we got let's talk first about competition. So the best performing man and the best performing woman, and according to their performances index, and later on we will see. And then some easy numbers, so it means contest number, and now another not so easy number, so the average contest duration. Everyone knows that the duration of a judo contest is 4 minutes. But in judo, of course, we have the ippon, and so it means that a contest can finish also before. So the average duration of the total amount of contest is 3 minutes 27 effective minutes,
So in this,
because we have the pause between an ajime mate, we have the little stop, and then we go again.
so now I will stop you a little bit just to
Yeah,
make our listeners understand and tell like this. You analyzing every player that competing internationally in each contest, you analyzing every their action to have this data for. I'm right?
yeah, yeah. So the point is that I analyze every single contest of every single competition in the IJF World Tour. I
Wow.
have to stop. Yeah, I have to stop in the IJF World Tour because
It's
each
too big.
contest, yeah, yeah. If you think about that, each contest is about a 3 minute 27, but to analyze those 3 minute 27, I need minimum 10 minutes. So if you make 10 minutes per 474 contest, it's a lot of time.
And
Really,
it's a lot of
really a lot
time,
of time.
but I
Yeah,
believe, you know, you're not doing this yourself. When we spoke, you got quite big team, and you
yeah,
developing this different systematic, these different automatizations. We spoke about, tell about this, that people understand that this
yeah,
is not you clicking, but this is probably whole team of engineers, about the IT guys, to creating those
yeah.
kind of analysis. And I believe maybe that in the future that will be something huge, like IE or something. Tell us about that.
Yes, yes. I'm really proud of my team. We are a team of not so many people. We are four people.
Still huge team.
Because huge team. Yes, it's a good number to analyze what we analyze now. Of course, I think that for each kind of circuit, we need a team of about six persons in the future. That's why in the future, because image to do this for the national championships of every country, image to do this for every single circuit of the world. We can work on a big amount of data, and we can, for the first time, maybe we can work on something that everyone talk about, but it's almost
It's Yeti.
impossible to do.
It's
The
Yeti.
the
Everybody
the
talk
long
about.
yeah the long term athletes development.
Amazing.
What to say, what to do with the long term. Maybe we have an athlete that wins in the younger category, and maybe under 15 years old, he wins in a certain with a certain attack system, and then then he modify his body because he grows,
Grow up.
and then yeah, he grow up, and then he starts to uh, decrease his performance and finish and stop. Only with data, we have a clean situation of why this athlete do this. So right now, my team is doing an amazing job. Now we are able to give the first level of analysis after 1 week from the finish of the competition.
Bravo.
It's okay, the aim is to do the day after, but believe me that right now 1 week is a very short time.
I
And
believe. I
yeah,
believe.
because everything we will see here is almost done in this week. And
This
it's
is this is great, because, you know, we talk about not only performers, we talk about, as you said, athletic development, we talk
Yeah,
about the injury prevention. We
yeah,
know the different systems of defense and attack. Where
yeah,
is the problem with the grips? What kind of grips? This is huge data. In my mind, I'm creating the roadmap that head coaches in football have, so they know their team statistically win if the players run certain amount of meters, meters on the high speed running and cover certain amount distance on different positions, because this giving the load of the game or load of the practice, and this give you the certain information how to design your practice. In more
yeah,
and more sports statistics coming, so I'm really happy to see what you are doing now. Show us a little bit more. Let's a little
yeah.
bit dig in. I believe that we'll have a couple of conversations we can explore through education, from everything, but show us inside. Let's take some player, let's see his performance. I can't wait.
Okay, okay, okay. So we go on the players page here. I hope that the resolution is quite good, or maybe I can increase, but it's okay. And let's go to see, for example, the first one in the row. This is the list of all the athletes according to the performance ranking list. Performance ranking list is the world ranking list, so the official world ranking list, with the addition of the performance point coming from each contest they perform. And
Okay.
then we have efficacy, and then we will talk about efficacy because it's something very very interesting. So we go on Clarisse Agbenienou. She is, of course, the best performing woman of the French national team. She is the best performer of all the athletes I analyzed. And so we can see here a little overview, the points of the performance ranking list and the points of the
We
world
see
ranking
this.
list. Yes, yes. And during the cutting off the point of world ranking list from the performance ranking list, you can have the delta, and it's impressive because it's about 2,000 performance point. She is very impressive. Then we can speak about the performance point, but maybe in another conversation. Now I don't want to be so heavy to say something. And here we have, for example, her guard situation. She's left-handed. Now think about this. Everyone knows that Clarisse Agbenienou is a left-handed, and it's okay. But what if you have an unknown athlete that, and you want to study him because the next contest is against him, and
Oh,
you don't know if
I don't know.
if he's left or right. Left or right is an important information to prepare a contest. And then here we have the athlete efficacy. And then we will talk about this in the volleyball and what else.
Yes.
23% is an amazing efficacy. Amazing efficacy. You have to think about that the average efficacy all over the world is 10%.
So
So
so can I ask the question?
yeah,
This
of course.
athlete efficiency index is, what
Yeah,
I understand, number of attacks that was the points, or
yeah, yes.
so
No,
this is
the
how efficient she is in her attack. And
yes, of
you
course.
just tell me that the average world ranking is 10% and
Yeah,
she's 23. That's
23.
mean every four
Double.
attacks, every four attacks she can score.
Yeah, every 10 attacks, let's do easy. Every 10 attacks, she finished the competition because every 10 attacks, she has 2 points. And
Wow.
so if we have two Vazzari now, it's finished. So she has 10 attacks to finish the contest. the contest.
Bravo.
This is, for example, not only about thinking about of judo, but thinking about strength conditioning coaches. This is think about how much energy she saved having this kind of efficacy.
Huge
Because
amount.
efficacy, yes, yes, she saved a lot of energy, and she will be ready to be very strong in the contest.
Further contest. Yes.
Yes, during.
Watching this website, I see something because we could talk about the statistics. What is
Yeah,
the meaning of this small dot statistic here on Clarice? Can you show us what you hide there?
here on
Yes.
the. Yes. Okay, in the statistic page we go a little bit is not so little bit, but we go deeper in the statistical
Wow.
analysis. Of course we always have the efficacy, because this is a key point of my study. Then we have the number of analyzed competition, analyzed contest, and analyzed segments. Segments is when segments is the active time of the contest. As we said before, we have 4 effective minutes of contest. Segments are the effective part of the time. So when referee say ajime, and then he says mate, it's like, you know, when you set up a strength conditioning for one athlete, you say, okay, you have to do 5 sets of 1 repetition with 95% of the load. Okay, so segments are the 5 set, and then you have the load, and then you have the of course the rest between the load.
This is huge data, how to change the approach for not only for the training, but also how many actions coming in the competitions, how efficient,
Yeah,
and then you got the statistically time what is your work, and then what we want to develop. From my perspective, coming from this statistic, I want to think how to develop power under fatigue. That will be the crucial component to win the
yes,
contest.
of course. Yes, of course. And then we can manage also the number of segments, of course, average number of segments in the competition. That is 7. So seven segments for a total of 3 minutes 24. She's able, of course, average number to finish a contest in 3 minutes 24. So almost at the end. But we know also that she has a long, sometimes she has a very long contest in the golden score. That, of course, average time before the limit is 1 minute 50. The average time she's able to win in before the limit, so scoring ippon or wazaria vazete ippon, is 1 minute 50 seconds. So it means that this average time is given for small golden score, small, very long golden score that enlarge the time impressively. But the most of the times she's able to win in 1 minute 50 seconds. Because why I can tell you this? Because if we watch this kind of graph, we can see that for 67% of the time she is able to finish BL, so before the limit. And by clicking
Wow.
on this part, we can say that when she wins, of course, before the limit, 94% is because she scored ippon or wazaria wazete ippon.
So perfect. Now I will have the questions, because I know the system quite well. I know how to analyze, but I think the wide range of coaches would like to see. Do you have some secrets? Can you say us for this player what the technique she's most effective? Do you have
Of
something
course,
that show us? Let's see how Clarice, maybe it can be other player, is effective in which technique. So me as a coach, preparing my game strategy for her, I know what I need to be careful.
Yes. So we go on the technical overviews, and here we have the balance between
Wow.
done nagewaza and received nagewaza, and look at done newaza and received newaza. And here we have some numbers about this. So she scored nine times ippon. It's impressive. Because think about this, she performed 103 attacks. She performed. I registered
Yeah.
103 attacks, and on those attacks she performed 9 times ippon and 15 times waza ari.
Wow.
And so by doing this balance, you have the efficiency. And by doing the balance between her number of attack and the total action number, you have the rhythm of the contest. We can see also here, she has an average rhythm in the attacking, because we have quite balanced.
Yes.
But sometimes you can see something different. For example, the most iconic for the women is Tina Tursteniak. The green part of Tina Tursteniak is impressive, and for the men, one example is Matthias Kasse. But this is also an overview of the technical situation, but we can go deeper in the Nagewaza statistics.
Wow.
Here. We need a little bit to load, and then we can say that.
Wow. Well, tell us about this high.
Yes.
What?
High double collar is the favorite kumikata she used during her performance. So it means, like in the ancient time, we call this Korean grip, you know?
Yeah, of course, Korean grip.
Collar and the top.
Yes.
But Korean grip. Why Korean? Everyone do this kind of grips.
Yeah.
So I got I double collar like this, and we have 94 itemized attack, and then we say that Coach Gary is a favorite attack with Opa. Sorry. Favorite attack. She did it 18 times, and the score. The efficacy of the technique is about 22%. And if we click on the technique, we can see here that for 49% she did this kind of technique with the I double collar grip, and she scored no ippon but 4 vazzari, 2 kinza, and 14 no score. And then we can reset everything, and we can do this also with other techniques.
So for this moment, I wanted to make a small pause and ask you the questions again.
Yeah.
Your team behind JudoData doing this for all top international players taking the contest right now.
Yes.
So
yes,
people from different countries can find the value in JudoData.
Yes. Everyone who competed in the IJF4 tour has his page on the website, so everyone can have the access of those data. Now, of course, it's easy to analyze the champion because everyone knows. But what about you have to analyze someone not so popular?
Not for popular. Yes.
JudoData helps you, and those is what an athlete done. But of course, we have what an athlete received.
So you wanted to say that we got here the defense system also?
Of course, yes. Of course, here is another paradox. We take one athlete that for her is unusual to lose, so the numbers are very
Clarice,
very, very
best
small.
regards to you. You are so good. It's good. We will not give any secrets. The best regards to China Judo, China to France Judo Association. We are not telling the
Yeah.
secrets. We are just too good. Clarice, God bless you. You are so good. We have numbers of zero. And Emilio,
Yes.
this is also your safe. So I wanted to make this statement. So in receive
Maybe
there is it's perfect example
yeah.
for our show today.
Yeah, yeah. Of course. And then we can see someone else, and then but for example, if we see the Clarice defensive system, she received a lot of techniques, but only Uchimaki Komi, for example, scored something. Okay, and we can go on this, and we can see that okay, from a single sleeve, okay, and the score was Ari. I know that this score was given by Tina Tirstenian. And now we can start to think about, okay, single sleeve kumikata is an half percent kumikata because we have only one grip, but the other one is not controlling. So we can say that she took a point against with a not solid kumikata system. So a lot of surprising system. Yes, we can say a lot of surprising system because when she has two grips, everybody knows that she's too strong and nobody's able right now
Nobody
to
can break.
score.
Nobody
Yeah,
can break, and she's just like
her
a
defense.
bone crusher. When she come into tatami, she can be like a ice tanker to destroy the big field of ice. Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Ice crusher.
Yeah, and we can do those kind of analysis as we tell by using our point of view, our experience to analyze those numbers because it's important. Numbers are recognizable all over the world. Two, I can say due in Italiano, or I can say dwa in Polish, but it's two. We know the meaning of two, but what is important is the capability to analyze the number two with all the matches we have, all the matches we have. That's why it's important that
Perfect.
we give numbers. And then one more special thing, because now we talk about only about number of attacks, but in the attack system we have also the direction of the attack. In this case, we only have the direction of done attack.
This is huge important for the coach, knowing how is the placement of vectors, of stance, how you put the effort for attack and defense. It's very important because this will help not only the head coach, not only technical coach, but also give the ideas for strength conditioning coach how to protect different amount of positions, and also if we got injuries for physios to analyze what kind of deficit we need to reach or what kind of injuries happen or something that we need to do. So yes, I agree, it is a great value.
As we see from the graph, she has a quite balanced system of attack, and of course she attacks most in a frontal vector. Now we have to make a little specification. We are watching here Tori. So Tori is in the middle of the graph, watching on the top. It means that in this part of I can do also something like that. Okay, in this part of the graph, we will have techniques like Ouchigari, Kosotogake, Kosotogari, okay, Kouchigari, Osotogari, okay. Then in this other part of the graph, we have techniques with the rotation of the body. Okay, so Ippon Soinage, Uchimata, and something like that is in the back vector, because I
This
am
is
in the
huge to know.
center. Yes, and when I turn, it means that I'm turning my vector, because when we say I attack backwards, generally we think about uke, because uke is unbalanced
Exactly,
on the back,
exactly.
like for example osotogari we say is a back attack. Okay, because if we think about uke, but in this case we have to take care because we are talking about tori is the man who act, tori do something, so we have to take care about tori. If we go on the Kodokan Judo Institute website, we will see this kind of uh, definition of the direction.
Great.
If you see on Kodokan Judo Institute when they describe a technique, they say, for example, for a simple technique, ukiotoshi, the first technique of Nage no Kata, tori pulls back.
I think the coaches
So
will understand this. This nomenclature probably will be the very specific what will come through different amount of education, because it's not like people can digest in a one moment. This
yeah, of
probably
course.
what you need to start step by step finding, and this is why I said this is the future. This is the future for analyzing judo contests, analyzing judo matches, analyzing judo training, finding the efficiency. I
Yeah,
hope people that listen to us find a lot of value coming from your passion and coming from your vision. And if you will describe in a couple sentences how you see the judo data in next 5, 10 years, what you would like to make with judo data, with those information, beside of course best players will win more medals, smart coaches will be know how to use it, and
yeah.
what you see as a as an inventor, as our Elon Musk of judo.
So well, I see in the future, in 10 years, of course, we are talking about technologies. So technologies has technology run so fast day by day. So I see in 10 years, of course, on live full analysis based on a yes, based on a artificial intelligence system. Okay, I can tell you, I'm also working on this. I did a study of I studied if it's possible to do this, and we find that it's
Perfect.
possible to do in some conditions. So in
And
10
now,
years, I hope it will be developed enough to give coaches a full amount of statistics just 10 minutes after the finish of a single contest. So in 10 years, I see a really on live system of analysis that will help coaches during the competition also. Also, we have to remember that we cannot, we have a particular system of in the competition. We have the Ippon. We cannot improvise something during the competition. All the work for our sports should be done
before.
yeah, before, and then a coach analyzing the data in the moment can say to the athlete, hey, just like this, and he will understand. Okay, it's funny. It's funny,
No,
but
it's not funny. It's the future.
just yeah, just with one gesture, communicate with an athlete that what they prepare before can be done because
You
it's good.
mentioned this. You mentioned this, and this put in my mind the another word, another topic that beside judo data can do. And judo data can improve one thing: communication. We got a couple great examples, and I analyzing the mostly right now Polish judo national team, giving my thoughts, my ideas, my opinions about the different contests in Poland for different players, and I saw that communication is the one of the key points that should be improved. But the communication is the skill, and the communication is not like you just say go go go. And I love to use the sentence from Travis Stevens. When you say all times go go go, I cannot need coach. I can put cheerleader on the bench and coach me. About the
Yes, of course.
coaching is the old job that need to must be done before for the staff to make the best decision during the contest. And this is why I tell from my personal opinion, communication is the key. Trust between coach and the player is the key. Then trust between coach staff is another key. And going from this point, what do you think can be the future besides using judo data for future coaching education? What do you think about the coaching education? Because coaches probably must go out from the mats, must go out from the comfort zone. And what do you think it will be first step for the coaches if they want to develop, in your opinion?
Yeah. I totally agree with your point of view. Now, first of all, we have to say that we had a big revolution in the coaching system during those time, because if we remember when we were athletes, coaches can also always scream, "Ah!" And it seems like they are
Play iPad.
guiding,
Yeah.
yeah, like the play iPad and athletes, okay, take the sleeve and they take the sleeve, take the collar and they take the collar, do this and they do this. Okay, now it's not possible because coaches cannot speak during the argument, during the active time, during the segment. They cannot speak. So the communication should be done between mate and the next ajime. So we have a short time. It's about 5-7 seconds. In those 5-7 seconds, we have to communicate with him clearly, giving him the necessary information, and he has to understand. So this is the point. We have to communicate fast, clear, and he has to understand. So judo data in the field of communication, for sure, will give a sort of communication language. If we are talking about, I don't know, segments, okay, we can, okay, let's do this. Okay, I got it. Let's make an example. Okay.
I'm waiting for your example. I love it. So
yeah. So let's do this example. My athlete is winning by Wazari, and we are at 1 minute to the end. Okay, 1 minute to the end. So it means I have to maintain this Wazari, not risking so much. Okay.
Yes.
I know that in 1 minute we have about, if everything is average, we have about the 3 segments. Okay, 3 segments, it's a lot of time.
Yeah. Can be almost 20 seconds each segment.
Okay, now image to say this to the athlete and doing this. Enlarge the time, just this. You can say this in 1 second. Enlarge the time. Athlete is, excited because the other one is pushing him.
Try to.
So if you say only enlarge the time, maybe he doesn't understand. Okay, keep calm. What is keep calm? Breathe. I breathe normally. You have not
stay strong. Stay strong.
Stay strong. Yes.
Stay strong.
Yes. Janusz always said, why many coaches say breathe? Of course they breathe. They are humans. If they not breathe, yes, always like that. That's why but just telling enlarge the time, he knows that he has to win time. So not to close the distance for the gripping immediately. Just maybe walk around or just do something. Then doing the grip, because the grip
Must
is
be.
when you go in. Yes, of course, you control your opponent with grip. We see with Agbenyonyo score
Statistics, yeah.
against. Score again. The grip is important to to control. Then you can win time just moving and create some movement without attacking. So being propositive
Active.
during, be active, okay,
Grip
and
fight.
stay safe. So just saying, enlarge the time. Athletes should know, because you have to do it before, that yes, not to go close immediately, always do his good grip, and then not to attack, because attack sometimes can reach a counter attack. So when an athlete attacks, is in danger, of course, because he put himself in danger. So just doing this, you can maybe win time, having one single segment, not of 20 seconds, but maybe of 30 seconds, maybe of 40 seconds. If you are good and able to put him on the ground and work in Newaza, you can also win 1 minute. I remember one contest between Roberto Meloni and Winston Gordon. It was exactly this situation. Roberto was winning of Yuko. We have the Yuko.
Before,
long
yes.
time.
Long
time
in dinosaurs area.
Yes. And Roberto was able to bring him on the ground, and he works, just turning and winning the time. Yes, turning, and he win about 45 seconds. So this is the future in the field of communication. Or, for example, between the technical staff, sorry, the technical staff. Also, everyone should know, even if, for example, the physical preparator is not a judo specialist, he's just a physical preparator, but he has to know that we are having a decreasing of the performances from the seventh and ninth segment. We have this
in the
decreasing
fight. So 7-8 block of actions, we are weaker.
Yes.
Telling in I try to make this, because from my side it's easy to explain. Probably people not understand segments. So what Emidio is saying, we talk about segment or blocks of attack during the competitions. The competition, what we mean, one fight.
Yes, of course. Yes. This is the aim. So we JudoData will help to communicate with the same language, without not to be necessary a specialist of the judo, because physio maybe is not a specialist of judo. But when you talk about rotation backward in this direction, and maybe has something like that. It's this.
You put a nice point based on the communication development of education for the coaches. I really believe that also for your company, we can see soon some education worldwide for the coaches, how they can use it. But beside that, I was in my mind come the thought, do head coach need to know all the stuff? Or maybe this is the time to change a little bit judo approach, to bringing more people to understand judo and helping achieving to be the experts in their field, to help head coach or category coach or team coach to make the best decisions. What do you think about putting the multidisciplinary team more in judo? I know maybe this will be more needed, more resources, but I think the professionalization is key component for this, because exactly judo is one of the hardest sport, and this in small investment can bring long-term effect if the head coach will have the support from educated, experienced people, that they know how to read data, use strength conditioning, use physio, use injury prevention, everything. What's your opinion about that?
Well, again, I find myself aligned with your point of view, and I can say this: today is another era. Today we face another level of athletes. The actual athletes, the nowadays athletes, are not as we were in our time. They have more knowledge. They are much more complete than when we have when we
When
fight
we
in the
was
past.
competing, yes.
Yes, yes,
Also, when
yes,
the better players compete than us, it's
yes,
different.
of course.
It's,
Yes, of course. It's totally different. We live another era. We live the era of social media. They are also involved in the promotion of their image in the social, and maybe numbers can help also. But um, by the way, by the way, according to me, a head coach should know everything, but should not do everything. A head coach is a head coach because he is able to process everything from different fields. Okay, but doing this is very hard when we talk about a huge team. So image now having one coach and one athlete. It's easy.
it's easy
It's
to manage.
easy. Easy
Easier,
is
quite easier.
okay.
Then
Quite
you got
easy.
some
It's
strength conditioning
nothing.
coach twice a week coming, physio is easy, quite easier.
But when you have a big team, and a big team, I mean you have senior and junior and cadets, and maybe some interaction between them because you have to grow this. And but also you have the Olympic team in preparation for the Olympic Games. But you have also, because it's necessary to think about the future. So you have the Olympic team, but you have the second line that has to improve, and then you have the cadets that will improve for the next Olympic period.
We
You
need to
have to
build a
manage.
pyramid, yeah. We need to be
You have to,
pyramid of everything.
yes. So head coach should be a knowledge of everything, but the most important thing he should be able to manage all the information for all the specialists, because otherwise it's too big. So it's necessary to have a multidisciplinary team in the technical direction team. Okay, because nowadays it's not possible to speak with an athlete and say, according to me, you have to clap your hands twice. No, according to me, doesn't exist. Numbers, data, and person in the special field who are able to analyze those data and give you the correct information to improve yourself. This can be done only with a staff of persons who believes in their leader, the head coach, and everyone push in the same direction.
Yes, not pull
This is
different directions for
no.
fighting and being like, I'm the strength conditioning coach. I want to do only gym training, and it will never work. I know this, and this is not only being head coach, but also have the head coach and assistant coaches
Yeah,
responsibilities, having strength conditioning, having physio, having maybe psychologists, nutritionists. They can work together. Sometimes we know there is many
a team
roles right
manager.
now. Team
Yeah,
manager, exactly.
a team
Head
manager
coaches.
also.
Everything,
I
yes.
have, yeah, I have a big experience after London, maybe, yes, maybe London Olympia. I have a big experience in 2000, 2015, yes, before Rio Olympics. I had the honor to be in a conference with Marcello Lippi. Marcello Lippi was the national head coach of the Italy that wins the world championships. in Germany, and he shows this kind assessment. I am the head coach. I have to know everything. I have to manage data, but I have not to keep this data. A specialist will keep with me, always make some
Summary,
briefing
briefing in
before, yes, briefing before, briefing, debriefing after a competition, a single training. Okay, it's hard. It's hard. Just in terms of time, because you have to do a briefing before the training, for example, then the training, then a briefing after the training. You see this. Okay, what you see? This. It's hard.
you
It's
know,
not. It's hard. It's not as before that you say, Ray,
today,
Ajime, Mate. No, it's
finish.
work. But yes, but nowadays and in the future more than today, athletes need specialists, people who works properly in their field.
Mm.
And to do this, you need a team.
And
You need a
this
team, and you need tools. Judo data, maybe.
exactly is judo data is good equipment, good quality, good training
Yeah.
equipment, is many things that coming from professionalization of our beautiful sport. What I wanted also mention that, and I will share in this one when you talk about Marcello Lippi about managing things. I think not only Poland, but many countries are developing judo. There is a lot of countries that are developing quite good athletes. They need to realize that this is the process. This process is not easy, but this process needs consistency, passion, hard work, commitment. I many times saying from talking about the judo, I really respect and love seeing our players achieving the success. Nowadays we have a little bit less success, but I see some small future and some bright sign that the judo, Polish judo can develop. And I really would like to help as much as possible with those people that can bring the brightness for athletes, give them passion to give them, rise them, because as you said, they need to be managed. You cannot say,
Yeah.
I like this, I like that, and this is my opinion. No, if we talk about the data, every professional sport use the data to make the best decision on the time. I will give you example for our audience. In teams that I work, the coaching staff meetings starting morning before the training,
Yeah.
middle, brief, what we do, what we done, what was good, what was bad, and after. It cannot.
Yeah.
Some meetings will 5 minutes, but some meetings in volleyball, in table tennis last for 2 3 hours. We
Yeah.
need to go specific movement. You need to know. Me as a strength conditioning coach, I need to know the technical part. Okay, not every strength conditioning need to know, but I need to know this technical part or technical ideas for my coach to support movement patterns that he want to achieve, directions, vector, power, type of strength, and then I need to bring this down. Then I need to communicate with physiotherapists. Hey, maybe I need your help because this player have this problem. I will work with these two players. Can you work with a little bit stability balance for these two players? So within 2 weeks, I can take them and load them more because we need this approach to doing better. So Inagi Uchimata or Sodotsu Komigoshi. Maybe we need increase his or her range of motion in the shoulder to make be more efficient in the her favorite technique because
Yeah.
injured player not bringing the results.
Yes, of
So we
course.
talk
Yes,
about
of
the
course.
safety and the great things. So to summarize our conversation going with this, judo data can help, judo kava can inspire, and I'm really glad that I have you today. And maybe you have some moment that you have now to talk with Polish friends. You have any, if you want to mention somebody, this is your time.
Polish friends.
Yeah.
Polish friend. One overall is Robert Krawczyk.
Wow.
We meet as you told before in during my Polish period with Janusz Pawłowski, and we have a really good relationship. Today we are in touch constantly. He also knows about JudoData, and he uses JudoData. He has an open
Robert
possibility to, yeah.
is one of the
And then,
best people I met.
yeah,
What he did, I really wanted to really ensure taking taking his personality, going to tough moment, leaving country, try to put his passion to smaller country, achieve one of the biggest success. Shapoba, coach, you are mentor. This is, I'm saying, you can be inspiration for others, and I think Robert have the enough knowledge, enough passion, enough position to help others. And I believe maybe one day he can help Polish athletes, Polish judo, like
we
he's doing right now with one of the players, but I believe he can do this wider.
We can see it's in front of the face of everybody, of everyone, that he now take a big result with Beata. Okay?
Big result.
Just training her, not from long time. It means that a really professional coach can make the difference, just giving to athletes the possibility to trust him.
Yes.
But Robert is a really good friend, but I don't want to be focused on our friendship, because this is now
Robert,
something
apart.
Yeah, this is now something apart. But when we think about Robert Kravchuk, he was an amazing player, and he is an amazing coach. He is part of the future coaches that will give another boost to our sport. And I think this because not to be, I don't want to be I don't want disrespect the old athletes, but now it's time that person of our age, with our knowledge, with our experience, improve the things. Robert is one of them. According to me, Robert is one of them. As one of them is, for example, Akos Brown for Hungary, as one of them is my big friend Francesco Bruyere of Italy, because we have a kind of experience, a kind of knowledge that
to managing.
To managing. But okay, now we come back to the friendship, and I'm in contact with Robert with messages and like that, and we many times we speak about system of training and something like that. And then in Poland, of course, I have one special connection with Gdańsk, because I was together with one player of the national team a lot of time ago. I don't say her name. Yeah, I don't say her name.
Let's keep the privates. Then let's focus on the.
But I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends there. I really love the country, and one of them was Krzysztof Wilkomirski. And and because we have the same age, we were athletes in the same period, and we have a good relationship, really good relationship. With Krzysztof, I am not in touch in those periods, but the feeling of friendships is always strong.
I will give you some news. Krzysiek a couple weeks ago officially announced that he would like to candidate to be elected to Polish judo president.
Yeah, I know something about that. but now you tell me it's official.
Yes, it's
And
official.
I'm very happy because of the points I told you before about Robert. We don't need only good coaches, but we need also, and maybe more, good managers who are able to look forward in the future. And when I say look forward in the future, I don't mean 1, 2, 3 years. I mean 1, 2, 3 Olympic period.
Cycles.
So it means 12 years. And now is in charge of our generation, my generation, your generation, Robert generation, Christoph generation, to do this. Not. I don't want to be. I told you, I don't want to be disrespectful with other people. But today we have the knowledge and we have the strength to do this. Always we have to remember. To take care of the elder.
Yes.
Not because they are older than us. Elder, it means they have much more experience now. So we have to base on our knowledge and their experience to build the future. This is the key point. So it's important to have people with great experience, but it's important also to have people with the strength to do this, with the freshness to do this. And I hope that Krzysztof will drive Poland to be great again, because Poland is a really important country in the field of judo all over the world, and should be one of the best country of the world, because it's always been like this. You have the only one person able to win 2 Olympic Games in 2 different categories in a row. Valdemar Legian is a legend.
Yeah, I agree. Fully agree.
So maybe Poland, and I say sorry to the people who now is driving the Poland, because I don't want to be unrespectful, but maybe Poland need another point of view, need another boost, and I'm sure that Krzysztof could be the man, should be the man.
So let's make summary. I many times agree with you. I always looking forward for Polish judo hope. I would like the people with the bright minds, with the bright vision, can put the right direction for Polish judo, whoever will be. Maybe one day I will have here Robert to talk about judo system. I also believe I can speak with Krzysztof if he agree one day to come here. But you will say the good things about the generations. And I always got in my mind sentence: respect the past, but never stuck in the past. Go for future.
Yeah,
And
totally agree.
let's go for future. Let's show that judo can develop worldwide. Let's show that judo data that you created can be the boost for others. And I wanted to thank you for your time. I wanted to thank you to sharing your opinion, your knowledge, your passion. First of all, for judo training info, Polish coaches. I hope you will enjoy that. If you have any questions, you can reach our guest Emidio by email that will post after our conversation. If you get any questions related to strength conditioning for judo, injury prevention, you can always reach me. A lot of great stuff you got on judo training info on Felipe website. I wanted to thank you for your time, and hope we talk soon again.
Thank you very much to you, my friend. It will be a very great pleasure for me to have this conversation. And yes, of course, whatever they want to know about JudoData, I am completely at the disposal of people. And of course, we will keep in touch.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. He was the Bart Bibrowicz from Poland, former judoka, Emidio, former judoka, big passion, Elon Musk of judo. I will remind this again. You will imagine, you will see this guy will be everywhere. This small app will be everywhere. So I wanted to thank you. Stay in touch, stay safe, and all the best to you guys. Bye bye.
Bye.